Welcome to Politics Done Right. I am your host, Egberto Willies. This is the progressive program that will take the mystery out of politics. This is the program that will encourage you to make sure government becomes we the people. Whether you are liberal, conservative, or otherwise, you get to air your point of view. Remember, you can also send me a tweet to EGBERTOWILLIES, that is, at Egberto Willies. Let us engage. It is politics done right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, folks, welcome to one more edition of Politics and Right. I'm Egberto Willies, your host. Thank you so kindly for being a part of our show. We are going to have a great show for you today. Most of all, you know, folks, you hear about county government and you don't think it's important, but you know what? We have somebody that got there now that really shows how important county government is. So look, it's Fund Drive. So before I get started, I want to remind all of you guys to call 713-526-5738. Keep this station alive so that we can have these great folks that we bring in here all of the times. Nabu, how are you doing today?
I'm doing excellent, my friend.
You know, we're going to have a great show today.
That's right. You put the fun in Fund Drive.
Hey, I'm telling you, buddy. I'm telling you, we got a star here. You know that, man?
I believe it.
Let me tell you, people don't think county government is exciting, but you know what? We're going to make county government exciting because we have a leader here that is really going to make a difference. Folks, give us a call, 713-526-5738. Keep KPFT alive because this is the kind of stuff that we do. Anyhow, today, the title of the show is, and you know, a lot of times you listen to these shows and what you find out is that, oh, they're just asking for money and they don't give you the value. Well, today we're going to have a show. We have two important topics. So what do we have today? Title of the show, Diane Trautman, revolutionizing voting in Texas's largest county. We're still the largest county, right? In Texas. Texas's largest county. And folks, the subtitle, to effect change, we must elect effective politicians who will fulfill, and notice I put her promises. County Clerk Diane Trautman is one who is restoring the right to vote with ease. Notice what I said, the right to vote with ease. Because you know something, folks? Voter suppression is not necessarily saying you can't vote. It is saying I'm going to make it difficult for you to vote. Remember that. And what she intends to bring to Harris County is the ease for you to vote so that we can really have a representative democracy. And later on in the second segment, we'll touch on AOC. But right now, we want to stick with Dan. So who is Dan? Look, today I'm honored. I'm honored to have the newly elected Harris County Clerk, Diane Trautman, somebody that we go back a very, very long time. I love this woman. She is one of the hardest workers I've seen not in this county. I'm all around the country, in this damn country, okay? Dr. Diane Trautman is a lifelong Texan and Houstonian, was elected as an at-large county city board member on the Harris County Board of Education in 2012 for a six-year term. She oversaw a $100 million budget. I wish she'd give me a buck or so, and was the chair of several substantive committees. She was a tenured assistant professor at Sam Houston and Stephen F. Austin. She did her stint in the banking industry as well. Well, we can talk about that some other time. And she was a teacher and principal in Houston ISD, Tomball ISD, Conroe ISD, Tomball ISD. My God. I'm not... But you know what? She's young and she looks young. But when you hear all of that, it's like, oh my God, okay. Dr. Trautman holds a bachelor's degree in English and a master's degree in secondary education, both from the University of Houston. She also earned a doctorate degree in educational leadership from Sam Houston State University, where she received the Morphet Award of I don't know what that is, her dissertation development in a new Leadership Council. In the second half, we'll talk about AOC. But let's talk to Diane, and let's bring Diane in. Diane, how are you doing today?
Hello, Egberto. Thank you so much for having me today.
Well, you know I had to have you, and this is my first time interviewing you, not just as a friend, not just as a candidate, but now as the Harris County Clerk. Tell me, I always get them all mixed up. Tell us what you do.
Well, the Harris County Clerk, and first of all, I am honored to be your new Harris County Clerk. The Harris County Clerk is mainly responsible for two things, and that's maintaining records and running elections in the third largest county in the nation. So what kind of records do they maintain? Well, there's vital records like your birth, death, marriage records. They maintain the records of Commissioner's Court, our probate and civil courts as well. And as far as the elections, well, that's a huge job since we are the third largest county in the nation. So we would provide training for election judges. We actually create the ballot for all elections. We secure election day locations subject to Commissioner Court approval. We secure and maintain all the election equipment. And we store all the candidate financial reports, and we archive all of these documents so that people can see them online as well, or come view them at our office. So, yeah, it's a big job.
You know what? The first thing I was going to say, oh, my God, imagine you could actually be a spy. You have all the records.
We have all the records, and some that go back all the way to the Spanish land grants.
Are you serious?
Yes, so you have to constantly protect and update these very, very fragile documents.
And make sure they're secure, keep people's privacy. Now,
Yes.
here's the thing. Those are important things that have to get done. Those are important things that people just don't, they don't think about it all that much because it is done. They only think about it when it's not done well.
Correct.
So as obscure as you can be means that you are being an effective leader. I hate to say the past one wasn't all that obscure. He was in the news all of the time. So it's great to see that. But you are actually in the news now.
Yes.
And the reason, and actually, it's not only in the news locally. I mean, you're actually in the news national. There's an AP story that actually went across. I don't even know if you saw it.
I don't think I saw that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So the AP story went across. So here is the deal. You are making a big change here in Texas. I think it's a change. When I told some of the people about it, they hadn't a clue, and they were like, oh, my God, why didn't they think about that before? I told somebody here at the studio, and they said, wait a minute, but we're already doing those things for early election. Why is it that we never thought about doing it all along? And I said, well, that is what Diane's going to answer. First of all, tell us what's this big change that you're making to Harris County.
Sure. Well, I did a campaign on making the voting process simpler and more convenient and increasing access to the ballot box for all voters. During the campaign, I personally witnessed thousands of voters being disenfranchised because they were confused about where their assigned voting location was on Election Day. So they would either vote provisionally, which really doesn't wind up counting, or they would just give up and go home. So those are thousands of people. So that is why I wanted to bring something called Countywide Election Day voting centers to Harris County. I campaigned on it forever, for 2 years. And so just recently, in this last week, we took it to Commissioner's Court to have approval to apply to the Secretary of State to move forward for the May election, and we were approved, unanimously approved.
Wow!
Actually.
Unanimously.
On
a bipartisan Commissioner's
correct.
Court, you were unanimously
Correct.
approved. Wow!
Correct. But we did a lot of homework, and my election team and my outreach team, and everyone. It was a truly team effort. We held 7 community meetings in a period of, I think, 2 or 3 weeks at night in the different commissioner precincts. So we talked to everybody,
Right.
everybody we saw. We probably got about I had 30, 40 different elected officials, congressional, state, county, local. The mayor is on board, 100% approval. The mayor's response when we met with him was, why would anyone be against this?
So my question to you,
it.
since you said you got approval for going to get approval from the state,
Right.
why could they possibly disapprove it?
Well, I would hope not. Currently, 52 counties are already using this method of voting,
Including Travis, right?
including Travis. And there's 3 basic requirements, basic. And so the first one would be that you use electronic voting machines, which we do, that you have an electronic poll book, which includes all voters, so that voters can vote at any voting location.
Right.
We have that. We've used it in the last 5 elections. And finally, that you hold one public hearing. We have held 2 public hearings and 7 community-wide meetings. So
Yeah.
we are over and above what the Secretary of State is asking for. Also, we've posted so much online. We've posted our the plan for voting centers. We've posted our application to the Secretary of State. We are being as transparent as we possibly can so that anybody who wants to know anything about this has access to it. There are also comment forms online that people can fill out as well. So I cannot imagine that the Secretary of State would have any problem with it. Our new Director of Elections, Michael Wynn, who used to be the Travis County Director of Elections, we hired him away, and it is our gain, really, truly. He has been in contact with the Secretary of State to see how things are going, and they said they hope to hear something in the next week.
Oh, really?
We're hoping.
Wow.
Fingers crossed.
Well, I mean, if you hear it in next week, I'm pretty sure that's an approval that's coming. So what kind of pushback have you been getting and from whom?
Well, at first, some of the election judges were concerned that their precinct location might be closed, and they're very into their community, and they want to make sure that continues. I reassured them immediately at every community meeting and in every type of communication we've put out that we're not closing any locations, precinct locations. We are simply going through several elections first, looking at the data, seeing what the data shows about past history of voting and current history. We're looking at ADA compliance. That's got to be there for every location. Connectivity.
What compliance is that?
ADA.
What is it?
That's to determine that you are looking at all elements of voters that are handicapped or disabilities. You're providing for that. American with Disabilities Act is what it stands for.
I don't know why I didn't. I should have known that, right?
And so actually, we are working to settle a lawsuit against the county clerk's office. One of the many things I found when I took over.
So you're being sued. You just got on board and you're being sued already. I'm amazed.
The lawsuit is about 7 or 8 years old, I believe, and the prior county clerk did not want to settle. So we are.
For anybody that's going to cut this up, when I said that, don't cut the video, don't cut the audio too badly, okay? Please.
So you have to be sure, and it was because of ADA compliance. The Department of Justice said that Harris County was not being ADA compliant enough for their voters with disabilities, and they listed several things, but it just went ignored for 8 years. So we're going to do the right thing because our voters with disabilities deserve that. So these would be some reasons, that we would look at. But if the community says this is a historical location, it's been here 100 years, or it's part of the community's culture, that's going to take precedence over everything else. We'll do everything we can to keep that location going then.
But if you were to, a precinct was to close, it would actually be doubled up with some other precinct.
You would just consolidate it.
And that's done right now as it is, right?
many, many times. Well, we have over 1,000 precincts, and in the last election, we had in the November election, we had 700 precinct locations.
So there's really no difference.
We've been combining
for
forever.
a long time. So that is
Forever.
not really a valid excuse at all, or valid reason to object at all.
No, and actually, we've been moving in the direction of voting centers for a long time. As you say, we've been combining precincts. We outvoted Election Day in early voting in November.
I remember that. Yeah.
So people are already preferring having a choice. That's it.
But
They
it's so
want the
much
choice.
easier. I mean, when with these voting centers, you're going to still have your early voting time.
Correct.
And that is state law as far as how wide you can be open and when and
7 to
so forth,
7.
Right? 7 to 7. And then you're going to have the voting day where people can decide if they go to a precinct or to the central location that they voted at before.
Anywhere they want. So we'll have, we had approximately 700 precinct locations in the last November election. So when we get to this next November election, we'll have those same 700 open, plus all the early voting locations, which are 46 right now. So you get 746 choices of where to vote.
That is actually pretty darn good. And you have a great staff in trying to reach you. I have to say thank you for always being very, very responsive. I sent a note last night and I just said, well, maybe I won't get a response since you guys are going to be here today. And voila, in la mañana, in the morning, there was a note. You're great, young lady.
And we have Tanisha Hudspeth, my Director of Communications, with us here today. And
absolutely. So you can see her on camera. No, Diane has a hell of a team. Now, Diane, I don't know if I can or I'm going to ask you this, and please feel free to tell me you don't want to do it, but talk to me about HCDE.
Okay.
I noticed I didn't ask a specific question.
Yes.
I just said, talk to me about it.
It's near and dear to my heart. Being there 6 years, seeing so much accomplished, a wonderful, outstanding superintendent in James Colbert. One of the reasons I decided to run for county clerk was to make a difference in educating voters, too. Because while I was on the board, and when I ran, I saw that all of these school boards that are very important to our daily lives are at the bottom of the ballot. And so many people stopped higher up. They wouldn't go all the way, they wouldn't vote all the way down. So there was this undervote for the school board members. And as a result, on our board, on the Harris County Board of Education, there were some candidates that were not so good that got elected. Candidates that did not care about education or Head Start or helping low-income children that, could get a head start in life. And so I was determined to make a difference as far as educating people about voting all the way down the ballot and on issues and candidates that really have more influence on their life than the president or their senator.
Right.
Those are all important positions.
Right.
But your daily life, your children's lives, that's affected by your school board candidates. So it's so important to vote all the way down and get good candidates that will stand up for public education on that board. I know we have some on there now. I know it's in a little bit of a turmoil now.
That's what I was hoping you would touch on, but I didn't want to put you on the spot.
and of course, I am not on the board anymore, but as a taxpayer and a citizen, I am very concerned about some of the things that are happening there right now. I know that the majority on the board in the last meeting voted to undo the contract we have for lobbyists for the Harris County Department of Education. Now, every school board and every school district in Texas has a lobbyist.
Right.
You have to protect yourself in the Texas legislature. So for an entity that has a $100 million budget, you definitely need protection. And the lobbyist was very good at that before, because the 3 legislative terms that I was on the board, every term we had bills filed to abolish us. Abolishing the Harris County Board of Education and the Harris County Department
And why is that a bad thing?
of Education would result in your taxes would be increased because the resources that department provides for school districts, they do at the very lowest cost and highest quality because they buy in bulk.
Right.
They do it for so many that they can give Harris County the best prices. And so when that goes away, the school districts individually, little ones, will have to go find that themselves. And they will pay much higher prices, and that will be passed on to you, the taxpayer. So again, these are the type of positions that influence your daily life and that you really need to pay attention to.
So when Dan goes out there and sends you those emails and say, go vote, remember,
Yes.
go vote. Go
Yes.
vote. Now, something I'm excited about, Diane, and this is, you know a lot of my pet peeves, but I mean, the one I'm excited about is the amount. Our county government right now, for all practical purposes, is now controlled by women. Our county clerk, our district clerk, our commissioner's court. I mean, it's, I just find it, and even if I must say so myself, every single one of them have been on Politics Done Right.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have.
So I mean, but it is great to see county government now in control of women for one specific reason. I listen to what you all say and how you do things. There's so much, and there's so much more. I don't know if it's because you usually deal more with the kids or whatever. There's so much more interest placed in the job, and then you don't have that testosterone-filled.
No, we don't have that. Well, we do have some very outstanding men on our staff, though.
Men on Diane's staff, she's not saying what I am saying, okay?
Clear that up, right?
Yeah, I defended both of you. So I think I did a good job. But anyhow, so let me first say, because we're almost done with this segment, and I want to say, first of all, thank you for the amount of work that you've done so far. Sure. And you've been in the public eye for a long time. And I always said I like to see folks who just don't go for the position, who've been out there in every facet. I mean, my good friend Cody Pogue, we were talking the other day, and he said, I want to start out when I'm working as close to the people as possible. And that is one of the things I can say about you, because I saw with my own eyes. You worked very closely with the people as you campaign for every single office that you've worked thus far. So thank you so kindly for what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And please keep up the great job. And, it was great having you on.
Great
Politics
to be here.
Done
Great
Right.
to be here, Egberto.
Thank you so kindly.
Thank you for having us.
And can I tell everybody, be sure you register to vote, okay?
I knew she was going to try to get in something like that. Register to vote. Now, Dan, I have to start earning some money for this show, as well as I have a blog of the week that I have to go through. You're welcome to stay or go, whichever one you prefer to do. It's fine.
We probably better get back to work.
Well,
thank you.
Thank you so kindly.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being here. Anyway, we'll talk later, okay? All right, folks. This is Politics Done Right, and we need to hear from you. Have you just heard from your county clerk, the person who controls a whole lot of your vote in this county? Now we need to ask you to contribute to Politics Done Right. Telephone number 713-526-5738. Again, that number is 713-526-5738. Do we have any callers in? I know you're very much listening to Diane.
Absolutely. We don't have any callers to thank right now, but they can definitely make that call, 713-526-5738, 713-JAM-KPFT, or they can go to kpft.org and they can donate online, or they can text GIVE, G-I-V-E, to 713-526-5738, and they'll get an online donation link. You could even walk it in 419 Lovett Boulevard. However you choose to do it, hey, you'll be supporting independent media such as Politics Done Right. If you enjoy this program, I know a lot of you do, because we get a lot of repeat callers out there. All these repeat callers, we always hear your voices. Now's the time for you to voice your pledge of support in the form of a financial donation. This is how we stay commercial free. You wouldn't be able to get on air. You wouldn't be able to hear your voice talk about these issues with Egberto if you if we were in a commercial station, if there was corporate sponsorship behind it, we wouldn't be able to talk about corporatocracy. If there was corporate dollars behind this, we wouldn't be able to talk to local officials and county officials. We would be talking about the trendiest topics and the algorithm of the day for your social media. But hey, this is independent media. This is how we stay afloat. We're able to do this through your donation. So call right now, 713-526-5738, 713-JAM-KPFT. That's the number to call. We have a couple people out there in Pledge Central, and they're ready to take your phone call, but we can't do it without you. Give us a call.
Absolutely, folks. 713-526-5738. I told you that I was going to have a program even as we are in Fund Drive. I want to make sure and not bore you. I want to make sure and keep you. We all know the deal. We know that when fund drives come along, it's like, oh my God, there they go again. But we have to have it to stay alive. But at the same time, we've changed in the way I'm doing the program right now. I have the blog of the week to read in a little bit. But before I go to the blog of the week, and this is a very important blog of the week with AOC about Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Before I do the blog, I'd like to hear those phones ringing. I promise you, after I get a phone call, I will be. This is a very important blog of the week from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. I mean, that concerning that. So please give us a call right now, 713-526-5738. We have all kinds of gifts to give you. By the way, there's a book that I have that, more than ever. I wrote it several years ago, but more than ever, that book is so prescient. It's called As I See It, Class Warfare, the Only Resort to Right-Wing Doom. In there we speak about patents. We speak about, when I say patents, I mean about how the corporatocracy has used patents to screw us all. It speaks about how the healthcare industry has really been used to screw us all in a fashion that is easily understood, that you can get it. That book, I don't remember what I have the book for. I think it's a $100 pledge or a $120 pledge. But that
it's actually a $100 pledge.
Okay.
But hey, if you want to give $120, that will help us get closer to the goal.
Absolutely.
And I'll tell you what, if you work for a company that matches donations, we can set that up and double the donation. However you want to do it. Remember, there's only a few places on the FM dial where you can actually hear folks speak about these topics. And if you appreciate that, now's the time to call.
Absolutely. So, folks, 713-526-5738. Please tell me a phone is ring so I can do my blog of the week. Anything ring yet? No? Okay, folks, we don't have not one call. I started the show with Diane Trautman, our county clerk, with the expectation that, okay, as soon as you heard that, you'd be ready and start sending me some calls to support Politics Done Right. Politics Done Right needs your support right now at KPFT. Please give us a call, 713-526-5738. I need to read the blog of the week, so please give a call. Let me hear that phone ring. I don't hear not one ringing yet. So 713-526-5738. As soon as one rings, I go with the blog of the week about 2 minutes after that, because that way I can go ahead. Somebody's on the phone? Okay, great. Thank you so kindly. We need another call.
713-526-5738. 713-JAM-KPFT. Maybe you're out in Galveston listening on 89.5 or Huntsville on 91.9. Maybe you're a U of H student. Maybe you're a Rice student. Maybe you're TSU or Sam Houston State. Wherever you are listening in, tuning in to Politics Done Right, now's the time to call 713-526-5738.
I am going to read the blog of the week since I promised as soon as the phone rings, I am going to read it. Okay.
It's time for the weekly blog post.
Brothers and sisters, I need you so badly, brothers and sisters, to listen to me. To my establishment Democrat brother and sisters, please take this with the heart with which I say it. I love you all. To my progressive brothers and sisters, please know we understand. And to my millennials, we are going to solve what we have done to you in the long run. And in Ocasio-Cortez, you have a leader. You have a leader in mind, and a leader in what's going on. And I know a lot of people are trying to diminish this woman and her values. But rest assured, progressive media will not allow that to occur. Title of the blog today: Establishment Democrats Malign Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and at millennials at their peril. You demonize and you malign Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and millennials at your peril, folks. And it goes as follows. The fight to ensure everyone toes a certain line is on, and it is dangerous. Millennials represent the delta that turned a wave that was becoming tepid into a solid blue wave. Here is a warning to establishment Democrats. Do not, I repeat, do not screw it up. 2020 is the year Democrats must get a spine. It is no time to run to the center by once again disregarding millennials and a large part of their natural base. And for those scrutinizing Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, here is a message to you. Stop it. Jim Rigby, a Facebook friend and a pastor in Austin, said it best, and in a piece he wrote the following. Here are a few suggestions on how to hear the context from which Representative Ocasio-Cortez is speaking to us. She is speaking as a radical. When Ocasio-Cortez uses the word radical, she does not mean extremist. She means someone who tries to get past political dualism and find the roots of our problems. That means she believes the answer to our problems cannot be found by polarizing our corrupt system and choosing the better of two evils. A radical isn't fooled by political labels instead of a melodrama of the good team against the bad team. A radical analyzes the system itself and asks simply who has power and who does not. Someone who values principles over their own party is not a traitor to that party. They are what we used to call a statesman. This young stateswoman understands that getting rid of Trump is essential. She is not making false equivalence between the parties. She is looking for the roots of a common standard that will be fair to everyone, especially the most vulnerable. Most of all of us agree the system is rigged, right? So why do we let our leaders continually convince us to keep playing by the same rules? We liberals need to make damn sure that what most offends us most about Representative Ocasio-Cortez is not that she is disrespectful and arrogant, but that she is who we pretend to be. I want to repeat that because it's important. We liberals need to make damn sure that what most offends us most about Representative Ocasio-Cortez is not that she is disrespectful and arrogant, but that she is who we pretend to be, but really aren't. While Ronald Reagan pulled the wool over the heads of a large number of baby boomers and Gen Xers, that is not the case with millennials. It is high time that these folks see that they have earned the distrust of millennials. Why millennials trust those who voted for? Should millennials trust those who voted for or did not fight vociferously against trickle-down economics that never trickled down? And after much pain, they help elect a man of hope who did not fundamentally change the economy where they could strive? How can an economy with full employment leave so many behind or underemployed? How can you not support pay it forward college when you are willing to subsidize corporations at every turn just for the promise of phantom or low-paying jobs? How can you fight against single-payer Medicare for all on the premise that we cannot afford it but can mobilize, capitalize, and finance a war at an instant? How can we talk about family values when we cannot even value families by supporting a national family leave policy with substance? The economy has failed because those who are now maligning millennials and our solid and knowledgeable young leaders who will no longer play a losing game like Alexandria Cortez have failed. That is why. They have failed. Dr. Eddie Glaude Jr., a Princeton professor, said it best talking about what progressives and millennials are fighting for and whether it is plausible. He said the following: I think part of what's happening is that the traditional spectrum of our politics has changed. Oftentimes, the categories progressive, conservative, centrist might not actually map on to what's happening on the ground. It's much more complicated, much more fluid. I think the idea of expanding the pie and dividing the pie, most progressives are thinking that the expansion of the pie involves the top 1%, the top 1/10%, taking all of the expansion. We have to address fundamentally that the economy is not working for everyday ordinary folk in a way that it should. And listen to this part. This is very important. This is extraordinarily important. Markets don't determine what we value. The markets reflect what we value. In other words, it's not the market that determines value. The markets reflect our values. And it is not about rejecting capitalism as such. It's about building a society that reflects the value of everyday ordinary people in our society. And I think that argument has to be had. The age of Reagan is collapsing, Glaude said. What will take its place? That is the question we are grappling with. What is ironic, that's close quote, what is ironic is that many who claim to be against what Reagan represented do not realize that they are playing the game he intended them to play, and that is why the pilfering is as long-lasting as it is. He changed the vernacular. He made what is right and plausible seem unattainable. Real progressives and millennials will not be played. It will do well for the Democratic Party, the current residents of progressives, to wake up. Progressives will not remain as just the left rail of a track going nowhere they want to go. They want a detour. But given their current state, a derailment ain't all that bad. Folks, the telephone number is 713-526-5738. Again, that number is 713-526-5738. And now we have Don in the house from Nauvoo to Don. Don, please tell me politics done right is making a few pennies that we must have.
You haven't.
Oh, boy.
713-526-5738, folks. Folks, let's lay it all on the line.
Yes.
Let's do what's right. Politics Done Right, and many of the other shows that we have here at KPFT do so much. You go out and you find these people, and that I texted you Sunday. I said, Did you talk to Kim Ogg? Because of you, the community, we come up with different shirts. We've changed the whole look of the station, the whole way that the station grows. You were talking about millennials and how we have learned from our parents and their parents' mistakes. We as a people have to understand that sometimes it's time to step aside. And whenever it's time to step aside, it's very hard.
Yes.
Because we were taught a certain way. My dad was taught a certain way. You go to school, you go to college, you get a good job, you get a house, you get married, you get kids. Nobody told him about divorce. Nobody told him about the changing of the system.
Right.
Nobody told him about this.
Absolutely not.
But you have to live it. And so many people have lived this, and they have lived it while listening to this station, as this station has grown. Because nobody told this station that this station would be where it is now, where we don't have burlap sacks on the walls, where we're not struggling just to pay the bills, where we're actually talking to the community now, not just talking at the community.
Talking to and with the community.
We are the community.
Absolutely.
And that's the big change that's happening. And as this change happens, so many people are going, I don't know. Should I be that caller? Of course. Why not? Why not be that caller to change some something so big as radio changes and so many companies come in and start buying out radio station after radio station after radio station. This station ain't for sale. Not by any kind of corporation that wants to come in here and say, you know what, you're going to pitch oil companies that destroy people's lands, their lungs, and kill people. That's not something I will allow. Kick me out if you have to. 713-526-5738.
Good. Let me tell you something.
713-526-5738. You can even text that number.
Yes, you hit the nail on the head, brother. You hit the nail on the head. Folks, 713-526-5738. And Don said something that I want to reiterate and my blog alluded to, and that is you have to know when to be, you know what leadership is, Don? Leadership is knowing when to be led. You cannot be a good leader unless you know how to be led. And now it's the time. When I look at Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and what she is doing, when I look at a lot of the millennials here in town and what they're doing, I sit back, I advise, and I accept being led in a new direction. And that is what we all have to do, folks. And we all need to help us do that. 713, please tell me the phone. Somebody's on the phone.
Not yet. 713-526-5738.
I need to thank.
And also, you could go on kpft.org. Thanks, Derek and Bruce.
Derek and Bruce, thank you so kindly for your contributions. Folks, Don, that guy that's sitting back there is our station manager, and he went ahead and put a very high demand on this hour. So I really, and this is no joke, it's a very high demand on this hour that we have to meet for in this prime time slot. So please go ahead and give us a call at 713-526-5738. I am also going to look on Facebook here and see what kind of messaging you have here if you have questions or whatever. But please, folks, we need you to call in now, 713-526-5738. Make sure that we can stay on air. Make sure that Politics Done Right is earning its, I like to say it's earning its keep. So please go ahead, 713-526-5738.
Thank you for that sustainer that just came in.
Thank you so kindly for that sustainer. And let me tell you something else, my dear friends, okay? We are going through a whole lot of changes right now. And these young folks here, mostly millennials, have come into this station. They're not booting out the older folk. They are enhancing what's going on at this station, both on the internet, both in studio and elsewhere. But we need to improve. We need to be better for this community. And to do that, we need to continue to earn your support. So I'm asking you to give us a call at 713-526-5738. And if you really want to see what's going on here, don't listen to what anybody's telling you. Come on by.
Yeah.
Come and there's something else that I always tell people that listen to my show. And I was talking to a couple of volunteers in the office here. I said, my show is an open show. Drop me a line and say, Berto, I want to sit down with you and in the show with you today. Come on in. Because I may ask you a few things, you may ask me a few things, because this is what it's all about. This is real community radio. And those of you who follow Politics Done Right know that I for me, community isn't just a catch word. I really believe in community. We've all given up a lot for community. We've all said we are going to make that change. We believe in collectivism. We believe in community. We believe in everybody having their value. We believe in value in everybody. That is what Politics Done Right is trying to be an illustrator of. That is what, by example, we're trying to do here. So I'm asking you to continue to help us do that. Give us a call, 713-526-5738. Tell me there's a call, 713-526-5738. Just as much as a lot of folks don't like to hear pitching and asking, this is one of the things I don't particularly like to do, but I have to do because we must do it to keep the station alive. Politics Done Right is just one of several shows on this station, one of several very, very good shows on this station. This station is full of gems.
Yes.
We have a lot of very good shows.
I wouldn't say this one was one of the. No, I'm joking with you.
I wasn't talking about. I was putting that out for everybody else. It wasn't a self-centered. Come on, brother.
My show is the greatest ever.
I never
Trust
said
me.
that.
No. 713-526-5738 as Egberto. Look, if you don't know, he does his show every day. And he makes these blogs. He goes sit down at a certain kind of coffee shop. See how I can do that?
Yeah, I see.
See how you don't have to say the place?
I see that. I see that.
He sits at a certain coffee shop every day, and he types and he talks to the people around him. And I actually went out and I was talking to people about the station, and they go, "Oh, that station. We're that station.
Right.
We're that station where you hear things that nobody else can say or play.
Right.
The songs that we play, we could pull any song out of a hat and play it.
Right.
While we don't have playlists that I come in and say, hey guys, this is the playlist for today. This is what you're playing. No, this is the freedom. That's what you're giving towards, is freedom for a station to stay around and actually be able to continue representing you and represent you even more. I'm talking to you, Stafford. I've been out there. I'm talking to you, Missouri City.
Kingwood.
Of course, Kingwood. Acres Home, Studewood. They say it's a constant thing that they say that we don't get funds from those areas. That's because we don't talk to them. That's our fault.
Thank you. You're absolutely right.
So, folks, as things progress, trust me, we will be talking to you. And Egberto, you will be talking to them.
You bet your life I will.
713-526-5738. Thank you for that call that just came in.
I'll tell you better than that.
Yes.
I'm not going to be talking to them. I'm going to be talking with them because I'm going to be out there.
And they're going to be with you.
You got that right.
Because that's the whole point of community, isn't it?
Exactly right.
Community radio station. We are not just a public radio station.
We're community.
We're community.
Community. And we really mean community. Folks, give us a call at 713-526-5738. How are our phones? Anybody on the phone right now?
Yeah, I believe we have somebody on the phone right now.
Okay, we have phones open, people. My dear brothers and sisters, give us a call, 713-526-5738. Anybody else to thank? I was about to say Election Central. Hey, Pledge Central, anybody to thank right now?
If he's out there.
Nobody to thank right now. Just Derek and Bruce are holding it down for Politics Done Right.
Oh my God, that's just
give us a call. A bunch of people called in because they wanted to talk to Egberto, but they didn't want to pledge.
Oh my God, folks, we need pledges.
We need pledges, guys. We need pledges. 713-526-5738. We only break, a couple times a year for to remain, commercial free. And if you appreciate the fact that
thank you for that call.
You can get your voice heard on Politics Done Right, give us a call right now, 713-526-5738.
Oh man, two pledges only. Come on, folks, we need more than that.
We only break 4 times a year.
Yes.
Not just a couple. Let's just lay it on the line. We break 4 times a year. We will only break 4 times this year.
And that's every quarter.
Yeah, just every quarter. And the reason is because I'm not going to beat you over the head with these fund drives every single time. Anytime we ask for funds for people to pledge, every time they look at the videos on their Facebook and our Facebook, they see new things arriving. We aren't wasting your money.
And that is another change that we have out here. It's very transparent what you see. Anybody on the phone right now?
Yes.
Okay, folks, we have open lines, right?
Yes.
Folks, please give us a call, 713-526-5738. Look, this is, if I only have those 2 callers, this is the worst Politics Done Right would have ever done. And I know you guys love Politics Done Right better than that. So please give me a call at 713-526-5738. Again, that number is 713-526-5738. We need another phone ringing, and I don't hear that other phone ringing. Is somebody taking a pledge right now?
Yeah, somebody's taking a pledge.
Okay, at least
currently.
3 pledges for a whole hour. Come on, folks. I need more pledges than that. The number is 713-526-5738.
Thanks to Lisa for coming in and being that third. Let's do a good old. Let's start off with a 5. Then after that, 6, 7,
Yes.
and let's get up to 10. I think 10 people calling in. Plus, we have these brand new shirts,
Oh, it's nice.
brand new soft shirts. Look, I had to go out and find these. Like I literally had to go out to find the shirts that would fit our community.
Right,
So we have the gray shirts with the new logo, Welcome Home.
right.
And then we have the red one. And then I made sure that the bags that we got in weren't polyurethane or anything. It was hemp,
I love that.
because that's what our people like.
Right.
If I don't know our community by now, and I've been around for 5 years at least.
You better know your community.
Oh boy, something wrong.
You better know your community. 713-526-5738. Folks, I need your call. And I'm going to ask you, I'm going to pull a plug for my book right now. As I See It, Class Warfare, the Only Resort to Right-Wing Doom. I went ahead and put that thing online, and I tell you what, the reason I did that was I reread the book and to compare what's going on right now in our society and exactly the things that are happening, and realize, oh my God, this book more than ever is still needed, because one of the reasons they can pull the wool over our eyes right now is we don't quite understand things. The reason they can pull the wool over Medicare for All is that they don't understand it. And believe it or not, I explained that in the book all the way back then.
What about this?
Yes.
What if they're not pulling the wool over our eyes?
And?
What if we just start looking? Because I think
That's
now,
a possibility.
in politics, we're so tired of this trash that's going on, this garbage that they keep on giving us, that we just look away. And that, of course, is unfortunate, because then when it's time to vote, we're
But Don,
ignorant to the
that
facts.
is our job.
Yes.
Our job is to open the eyes and give people a reason to want to be engaged, and that is what KPFT is here for. We want to give you a reason to engage. So going back to that book, please go ahead and make that pledge. You don't have to give it all at one time. As I See It, Class Warfare, the Only Resort to Right-Wing Doom. It's a very educational book in a manner that anybody can understand and see, one, why they have to be engaged, and two, why much of what you're hearing about Medicare for All, what you're hearing about inventions, what you're hearing about all these things are not true, and how you can be a part of the narrative to make us get what we need. 713-526-5738. Look, folks, I only have 5 minutes left for those phones to ring, so don't wait for the other person to call. Is the phone's empty right now?
Yes.
Okay, folks, we can take 5 calls right now. Please give me a call right now, 713-526-5738, or go to kpft.org, hit the donate button, and select Politics Done Right. Please, folks, 713-526-5738. Next week, when I come to do the show again, I'll have a program again. And you know what? If you guys wanted to talk to me about something that I discussed either with our county clerk or that I discussed with the blog of the week, drop me a line. info@politicsdoneright.com, and I'll answer that. But for now, what I need you to do is please give us a call at 713-526-5738. The phones are as dead as can be. I really need you now. Please step the plate up for your friend. Please step the plate up for your brother. Please step your plate up for somebody you know is going out there and really busting some butt to really try to get it to you. I mean, look, this is for KPFT. This is to keep us alive. This is to keep us going. This is to make sure that we are who we say we are. So please give us a call, 713-526-5738. We need calls, and the lines aren't ringing, so we know that you're going to get taken care of right away, and it's going to be very, very quick. 713-526-5738. Anybody to thank at all?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Max to the max. Max has got us to the good old 4 horsemen. Time to get past that. Get to 5.
We need to get that. We need to get past that, my friends. Could you give me 6 more calls? 713. We can do it in 5 minutes. We have enough people to handle that right away. 713.
Yeah, we have the whole generation crew.
The whole generation crew. Is the phone ringing?
Not yet.
Folks, I want to hear the phone ring. Come on, let me hear it. Support your brother here. 713.
You gotta take your headphones off if you're going to try.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
I couldn't hear it. Okay, I got you.
It's no way you can hear.
Oh, okay. But you can tell me.
I can tell you, yeah.
Okay. So wave or something and say, hey! There we go. 713-526-5738. I'm listening.
Okay.
I'm listening.
Yeah. That's great radio. Right now. Really good radio.
Okay, folks, I need you. I got 4 minutes left. Come on, 713-526-5738.
Get those T-shirts for just $100, and then, of course, those hemp bags are at $75 for bags that will last you for a long time. Hemp bags with the new Welcome Home logo. And the biggest thing about Welcome Home is to choose something that actually represented the community.
Right.
And the biggest way to tell anybody, like whenever I go home, the one thing that like really, it doesn't matter how bad my day is, if somebody just to tell me welcome home, it doesn't matter if I'm going out to eat and somebody tells me welcome home.
Yes.
Boy, that
it
southern,
touches the heart.
Yeah, it's that southern feel that this is the home of peace,
absolutely,
justice, jazz, blues, rap, hip hop, R&B, everything. So many things under the sun. What generation does, I don't know what that is, but they do it so well. But
713-526-5738. We need that. Look, folks, I got 3 minutes.
You can also text, so that way we don't hear the.
Okay, that's right. Text 713-526-5738 with the word give. And if you do that, you'll get a text on how to give. But folks, please give us a call, 713-526-5738. Please let those phones ring. I know you have it in you. We need to have.
There we go. Somebody on a second.
Okay.
Keep on going.
We have more phones.
713-526-5738.
Fill it up at the end.
5738. 7, 8, 3.
Oh, you want me to do that? Mira, Don, please. I'm so proud of you, Don.
What?
You attempted, man. Okay, amigos, llama para darnos un regalo. 713-526-5738. Llámanos al 713-526-5738 para darnos una donación para salir aquí arriba. Politics done right.
Uno más.
Uno más.
Uno más, señor.
I like that.
Uno más, señor.
You know what? Don, as Don kind of matures himself into place, he gets the language. Folks, give us a call. 713-526-5738 and make this station thrive. These guys have been doing a wonderful job. I want to come through for these guys with Politics Done Right on KPFT. I really want to. I want these guys to see Politics Done Right working for the hard work they've been doing in this studio. I feel a commitment to these guys for what's been happening here because I'm seeing changes that I've only hoped would have been made now. And we need to support them in keeping those changes, keeping that modernity going, keeping us to speed, keeping us on the airwaves, keeping us on the internet, keeping us on everything. Can I go straight to my time or do I have to cut?
Let's keep going.
Okay, let's keep. So, folks, give us a call.
I'll tell you when to stop.
Okay, thank you, brother. 713-526-5738.
And not just, and this is a big thing because a lot of people go, yeah, you're a radio station. Of course, we're a radio station, but also soon you will be able to see Egberto's beautiful face.
Wow.
All over KPFT's Facebook page every time he gets on air. Anytime somebody wants to be on our Facebook page, they will be on air. Whenever you come up here and be a part of Politics Done Right, you will be on our Facebook page and on our Instagram and on our Twitch and on any other actual platform, Vimeo. Why? Because that's what a growing station needs. It's every single thing under the sun. We got new lights so you don't look so dark. 713-526-5738. Don't let us starve. I had to rhyme it.
No, go ahead. It's all right. It's okay.
713-526-5738. We are almost done. We have about 12 minutes before we get into Generation Radio.
My name is Egberto Willies. This is Politics Done Right. I love you all. Thank you so kindly. And guess what? You know how I end this, baby? I am out.
Welcome to Politics Done Right. I am your host, Egberto Willies. This is the progressive program that will take the mystery out of politics. This is the program that will encourage you to make sure government becomes we the people. Whether you are liberal, conservative, or otherwise, you get to air your point of view. Remember, you can also send me a tweet to EGBERTOWILLIES. That is at Egberto Willies. Let us engage. It is politics done right.
1, 2, 3, 4.